most difficult thing about the infill product and building on this Postage stamp that we have here is the logistical planning that we have.
A lot of us come from greenfield development from earlier in our careers, and you know, for me as a land guy, I'm working with a box on paper and then paving sites. And you know, in those type of communities, we don't need a lot of coordination or interaction. But here, you have to. So you have to break that barrier down and realize you don't know everything, and other people have perspectives on how to do things. They might have a better way to do it. And you got to get that coordination and everything sorted out early.
I think last night, Steve and I were looking at a very early rendering for something we're probably going to build next year. And we're bouncing it off of each other, purchasing, sales is looking at it, so that we get the plan right at this point in the evolution of the project, rather than 6 months down the road, where then I'm asking Steve to go back to zoning officials and change stuff, which is a very difficult process.
Yep.
And I'll still do that every once in a while.
And sales too, especially for me, sales or with the Land Act guys, this is a small site. We only have 132 units here, but we have 4 product lines. And to balance out with the seller and the city, the value here and what product lines we were doing, it required a lot of input from everybody early on.
I think this was definitely the first one where there were a few existing buildings here. We raised those buildings, and we started excavating and placing concrete in the parking garage before there was an ounce of pavement on the site.
Yeah.
It was planned that way. There were days where it was not fun together, and we would have done anything for a little asphalt on the job. At the same time, we knew it would bring the product to market faster, improve our IRR, some of the key metrics that the company looks at, and it worked well.
It did.